Hey everyone, Korzik here. Welcome to a bonus episode of my Let's Play of Ys I and II Chronicles Plus for the PC. These bonus episodes will cover stuff that I didn't do in the main playthrough. Stuff like side quests, interesting interactions that you can have with the NPCs, or stuff like that. I won't go through absolutely everything because that would be too boring, too tedious, but I'll try and cover the interesting things at least. And I won't do all the stuff in one video, I'll just do it by area, same as the main playthrough episodes. So the first episode I went up through the first boss, this bonus episode, this first one will also go through that time frame. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is talk with all the NPCs in Port Barbados, and doing this will get me a free short sword when I talk to Sloth afterwards. There are 21 NPCs here, and you start off with 3 of them. The doctor, the nurse, and Sloth himself. So, we don't need to talk to these two, we already did that in the opening scenes, are automatically listed. Talk to this guy here. I did this in the main playthrough, but have to do it again for this. Says we should visit the fortune teller in Mayo, because somehow she predicted everything. Go down here, and into this house here. 3 people in here. So, not everyone thinks the storm wall's all bad. Apparently it got him a girlfriend. Yeah, most of these NPCs grew up here in Barbados, so they don't want to leave. Animals, don't need to worry about them, they don't show up in the character entries. This building here is the militia. We will head there last, but there is an NPC outside you'll want to talk to. So, again, Stormwall isn't all bad for everyone. He's getting more fish because of it, more storms. More storms equals more fish. This building here is the armory, don't worry about it, it's locked, and it'll be that way for most of the game. I'll show off a bonus event there, I think next bonus episode, but for now, just forget about it. Sure, what you got? But no, he can't really have a drink here, unfortunately. Yeah, so a lot of people want to move to Mayo because they're better protected because of the walls surrounding them. Port Barbados doesn't have anything like that. There's an NPC here. Some of them get behind objects, kind of hard to see sometimes. Oh, I already talked to him. There's this guy, the Pickard Keeper. These two ladies usually hang out by the entrance. Sometimes they get off track, they're elsewhere. Yeah, she mentions Maya's thief problems. Apparently there's not much value here in Port Barbados, so they are relatively unaffected by that particular bad luck. Yeah, so a lot of these people are traders of silver, and because the storm wall's here, they can't import or export anything anymore. Let me make sure I am where I need to be. Yep, I got these two missing, that's fine. I'll do those two right now. They're inside the militia. This guy here. Yeah, that's one thing about the East here, is adults, red-headed, fiery red hair they often describe it as, and apparently that's something really rare in the East universe. And this guy up here on the roof, keeping watch for the demons, because they don't have anything like Maya's wall to protect them, so they rely on the militia. Okay, that is everyone. Let's go downstairs and talk with Sloth. I'm gonna skip this dialogue here. You just need to talk to him about all 4 topics. I'm skipping it because I already showed it in the main episode. Nothing new. So talk with him about those 4 topics, then try to leave, and you'll get this. Tells us to head to Mayo, just like the guy outside the clinic also said the same thing. And so, he gives you a free short sword. As I mentioned in the main episode, I don't find this to be particularly useful, but if you want to do it, there you go. No armor, as he says. We need to go to Mayo for that. If you intend to do the Sleepwalker side quest later in the game, before leaving town, be sure to head to the clinic and show the doctor the sword. This just gets the triggers in order. Otherwise, you'll need to do the scene before you can see the Sleepwalker here in the clinic. So, that is that. Next, I am going to show what happens if you don't talk to Sloth right away. This file, I went to Mayo, bought the short sword already, and when you do that, or when you buy any weapon, when you just start the game, you don't talk to Sloth, you just leave right away. If you come back later and you talk with him, you get this little dialogue. Yeah, like this guy found Adel on the beach and he's just gonna run out on him without so much as a thank you. Okay, next I will show what happens if you don't go to Mayo right away. That's what Sloth told us to do, so I want to explore up here first though. If you do that, you get stopped by this guy. Thinks we're a little kid. Realizes that we're not. So, yeah, that's just a one-off thing. If you don't enter Mayo right away, you get that scene. If you do enter it, you don't get it, so. Next, I will show what happens when you barter with Pim. You can get him to reduce his prices by... Oh, before that, I'm gonna save my game because I want to reload it real quick. So, bartering with Pim, you just refuse his offer 9 times in a row, and he'll give you a 10% discount. Kind of a pain in the butt, I don't think it's worth it, but if you want to save a little money, you can do this. You can also do this when selling items. So 10% discount on whatever he sells you, or a 10% bonus on whatever you sell to him. So after 9 times, he finally relents and finally offers you 900 gold for this item instead of 1,000. So, bought the sapphire ring. I forgot to show this off in the main episode, but if you read the description, it says that it has a message inscribed on the inside. So, to see that message, equip it and use it. From Donis with love. So, if there was any doubt whether or not this ring is actually the one-eyed guy's, Donis's, and this inscription proves that it is indeed his. You can do this with a lot of items. Equip them, use them, get some flavor text. The eternal version of the game doesn't have flavor text for most items, just the potions. Heal potion and bestiary potion. Okay, I'm gonna load my game and buy a mirror now. What the mirror does, freezes enemies. I will not be using it for that purpose just yet. If you use this around NPCs, and they usually have a comment to make. Most of them aren't very interesting comments. I'll just go through the interesting ones. Sarah here. Didn't see that coming. Rhea. She recognizes it's the mirror, and yeah, a lot of these people are just like, huh, what the heck happened? Let's see. A guy, both of these guys in the armor shop. Weapon and armor shop. I'll just go Stop that, it's rude. The armor guy says much the same thing. I won't show that particular one. And it looks like I used up my mirror. That's okay. There's one other interaction I'm gonna show off, but first, this guy. He's Asteria's tour guide. Says there was an odd old man that wanted to tour the mountain ruins before the storm wall. Says he was probably a scholar and even planned on investigating Darm Tower. We'll come across him later in the game, but just something to keep in mind. He also mentions a place called Yuba Dead. That I will show off in just a little bit here. Yuba Dead is... this lady says something about it too. It's a huge bowl-shaped crater. Seems to be where the thieves are coming from. Yuba Dead is viewable in a few different spots throughout the game, but for a quick view, the background on the mountain screens shows it off. See that huge towering wall there? Yeah, that's goes in a huge circle. The purpose of this, nobody seems to know. Nobody in game, I mean. But, yeah, it's... the purpose of that will become clear at the end of Ys I. Next thing I'm going to show is another mirror interaction with Yuba. That was pointless. And I think what she means by that is, so the mirror stuns enemies, right? Well, she's already old, not moving around much, so using the mirror around her, what's it really gonna do? She's not very active anyways. You can also use the mirror to see the effects it has on animals even, like these chickens, even these fish floating around the water. Guess it kind of steams them a bit, and there's also the occasional butterfly out on the Mayo plains, and those butterflies show up around the rota trees, and yeah, using it around them, just like pitter patter. It's a very small interaction regarding the animals, but it's nice to see that it just has, the mirror just has effects on pretty much everything in the game. For this next bit, I have switched over to the complete version of the game. Reason being, I can't show this off in Chronicles or Chronicles Plus. This is also an Eternal, but complete will do. So here, I'm just about to finish up the Yuba Dead side quest. Took me a little bit longer to kill that guy because I'm level 1. But yeah, this is a complete version. I didn't bother applying the English translation patch for it, so it's in Japanese. So I just saved Yuba Dead, and the reason I want to show this is because after this dialogue here, you can see on the right hand side Luda's stats show up. Yeah, I know it says Luther instead of Luda. Some translation quirk, I guess. I don't understand why it differs, but whatever. So, shows us his stats. He's a level 3 poet, 36 max HP. Says he has 19 out of 36. It doesn't matter if you let that Curloid, the blue enemy, attack him all day. He'll never actually die from him. 10 strength, 20 defense, and 1 point of experience. The real interesting thing here is it shows him equipped with an item, the blue amulet. This will actually come into play a little bit later in the story. For some reason, the Chronicles Plus version doesn't show Luda Gemma stats, even though it will with another NPC we'll be helping out a little bit later. Okay, that's all I need the complete version for at the moment, so back to Chronicles Plus. And the final thing I'm going to show off is pretty much an extension of the Stolen Silver Bell side quest. So I've already told the mayor's epic that I'll try and negotiate with the thieves, and I've already tried to do that with them, but they of course say that nope, we're innocent, we didn't steal it. So if you want to, you can report the results of your talk with the thieves to the mayor's epic. Completely optional as far as completing that side quest goes, but let's see what the mayor has to say. Mayor's house is the one with the X in front of it. Yeah, they said they didn't steal it. But of course, he doesn't believe that. Who else would do it after all? And then he remembers the man in the black cape. If you remember, a couple villagers reported seeing him go through Zepik and up into the mountains. So, the thieves are up in the mountains. Might he be one of the thieves after all? Might he be a part of Goban's gang? Let's confront Goban about this. Choose the negotiate option again. And he says, nope, no one like that around here. But we've actually been looking for that guy. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. If you want, you can talk to him again. But he just says, well, doubt us if you want to. We didn't steal that stuff, though. And if you try it yet again, he just refuses to talk with you on the issue anymore. And if you want, you can again report this stuff, that conversation, to the mayor. He doesn't really say much about it this time, but I'll go ahead and show that dialogue anyways. If it wasn't the thieves, then who? We will continue that side quest in the next episode. There's nothing we can do about it right now. And as I said, it is a side quest. We don't have to do it, but because it gives us some story bits, I will go ahead and complete it. But anyway, so that is all I got for you guys today. I'll try to have the next episode out sometime within a week or so. Maybe sooner, maybe later, I don't know. Depends if I'm feeling up for it or not. It's kind of hard getting the stuff edited together, so Fortunately, it's not burning me out, but that is a possibility. But that is all I got for today. Thank you guys for watching.